Hey, welcome back to my channel. Alright, today's going to be something a little bit different. I'm going to do an unboxing and review of the Acer Spin 3. This will be the, let me just check to make sure I have everything. Intel Core i5-8265U. It's going to be the 14-inch, 8 gigs of memory with the GeForce MX 230. And the 256 gigabyte SSD. Alright, so the reason I got this laptop is, well, it's more of a two-in-one. It came with a Wacom pen. So this is really to do my artwork for my video games, do a little bit of light programming and some light, Photoshop artwork stuff, things like that. It's actually working pretty good. I've used it for about a week. The battery life is very good, although it does kind of chew through battery if you're, if you have Unity open, Microsoft Visual Studio, and Photoshop, and you're moving stuff around, things like that. But as you can see, it's pretty basic. Comes with a charger and a cord. Quite good length. Pretty light too. Now this is a 14-inch model. It is, I think I picked it up at Micro Center on sale, but normally it is $749, I want to say, at least here in the US. Yeah, I mean, it is a very good computer, no doubt about that. I had a Acer 17-inch as well with a 1060 and a i7 7400, and that was not as good on the keyboard, and I didn't really like the touchpad. So something to note about this laptop: when you get it, make sure you plug it in before you turn it on, as you'll see me do here in a second. It's supposed to start up the battery before you shock it with a load. I'm sure there's some reason to this, but I can't, articulate it very well at this time. So it's a pretty easy setup. There's a lot of bloatware, a lot of things on it that you wouldn't see on other laptops. The ad system from Windows. It's very malicious is the best way of putting it. It's like, oh, do you want to send your ad information to these companies that you're searching, things like that. Just make sure you turn those off. You don't want people seeing stuff you're looking at, if you're working on a game. You don't want those ad companies to have stuff pertaining to games or sensitive information, especially under like non-disclosure agreements and things like that. If you're working on artwork for someone, they may not want that artwork out to anyone, and an ad company may get it, and you never know what could happen, so just keep that in mind. I would recommend, if you don't know what you're doing, ask someone that does. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. It's not Windows Pro, it's Windows Home. I have Windows Pro on my desktop, and there are some things that are different about it. Just a few things I've noticed, nothing major. So something about this laptop is there's a button on the left side to turn it on and turn it off, or put it to sleep, or whatever it is that it does. I haven't really figured out exactly what it does yet. But I will say it's kind of nice having physical buttons. My desktop is a PowerSpec case, and the buttons suck on it. This one is very good, very nice. Get a nice tactile feel. So use it in tablet mode, or on a desk like you would use a normal drawing tablet. It's very large, you know, because you not only do you have a 14-inch, or it's probably more like 16-inch screen, I guess, but not the actual screen. It takes up quite a bit of space when you have it flipped over. And as you just saw, me touching the top portion of the screen makes it wiggle a lot, makes it move around, which it's probably because there's not a lot of weight in the base, and the battery is right under the keyboard or right behind it, somewhere like that. So I haven't tried any games on this yet. I'm sure they run just fine. They run just fine on other computers with the same setup. So I did use Xbox's game streaming service, and it worked very well. You know, this is a very high quality screen that they use on this, with the IPS and the very good darks and the very good lights. I don't know what the brightness is, but I'm sure it's quite good. The screen isn't rated by the UHD boards or whatever they're called nowadays. I will say one thing. It's kind of small to work on, you know, when you're doing artwork or something like that. It's nice to have another monitor you can throw something up on if need be. So the artwork I mostly work with is pixel art, and the game engine I'm using is Unity. Now on startup, Unity takes about the same amount of time it would take on my desktop. But the starting Visual Studio, it's the exact same as my desktop. Very quick, very easy, seamless process. Now I'm going to show you some video that was captured from my screen on the laptop, showing the art that I'm working on and one of the issues that I'm having. So the issue that I'm having mostly is when you're trying to select pixels. So if I go to hit a pixel, it won't hit right on the right square. It'll be kind of off to the left or off to the right. And I don't know why that is. I'm trying to figure it out. It could just be that I'm trying to work at such a, close thing that it just may not be possible to get it perfect. But I was hoping it would be a little bit better. But yeah, it's pretty simple. The pen has two buttons on the side. There's one for erase, and then I don't know what the other one does. I think it does select. The stylus is very small for what it is. It'd be very difficult to work with over long times. The buttons are kind of recessed. The whole thing is just, it reminds me of DS stylus on the old DS Lite. I actually have one right here that I can show alongside the Wacom stylus. And that should give you a good idea of size, what you can expect. So just looking at these, you can see it's very similar in length. Sorry about the out of focus video. I'm just trying to capture it. I don't have any lights over here. But you can see the rocker button, and that's just a comparison to the DS Lite. And then the other side doesn't have anything on it. It's pretty basic, gets the job done. No slide features, no nothing like that. That's compared to my hand. It's very awkward to hold. Alright, so this is going to be showing the game engine running and switching between different modes. I think I also opened Visual Studio in this to show the time that it takes. And this is also while running recording software in the background on it. It's pretty good. It works very well for what I need it. Alright, thanks. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't like the video, leave a dislike. And I'm going to be doing more of these videos about video games and stuff. I'm going to do a overview of the game that I'm developing and kind of go through what that's going to be like. All right, thanks.